Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do. Push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
What's up, everybody out there doing tonight? It's your boy, Coach Lee. It's Monday night. Welcome to the O.T.S.B Show. Man, you know how we like to do it. We are 4 days away from the weekend. So Monday night, we're back at it like we're mad at it. But before we do that, we got to introduce everybody. Then it's going to be time to run one with your guys. With that being said, what's up, Uncle Leroy Jr.?
Hey, man, I am glad you asked what's up with Uncle Leroy. You got a whole lot going on, as you can tell in my background, man. It is the week of the 4th annual Ugly Sweater Christmas party and casino night. So, man, definitely, y'all tune in for the spot. This is the only party you can RSVP for. So you can either get invited or get yourself invited. But definitely want to talk about that later. But what is today's Monday?
Monday.
So that means we talk about bullshit. So before we get this bullshit started, we definitely got to go all the way up to the bean and get our guy, man, too. Let's get him on the show.
What's going on, man? It's some bullshit. I'm here tonight. Now I'm playing. What's going on, fellas?
Word. Yes, I'm ready. It's some bullshit tonight. Some
fucking God.
Bullshit tonight because I want to get this started first. There was this post that I posted in the group. Of this other group that's an imitation of our group. It's called Sports Talk with Friends. What do you think about that, Coach Lee?
Man, I thought it was funny when I saw it. Exact same thing except for the exclamation at the end, and it's with friends. W-I-T.
Who you with? Right, exactly. I mean, and it's kind of jacked up because, people say, oh, imitation is the best form of flattery? Like, that's what they say? You heard of that?
That's what they say. I have heard that.
Bullshit! I want my coins, man. Run me my money, man. Sports Talk with Friends, we trademark. So, you know what? Can we get that? Can we get it on? Like, that's some bull.
Oh, you talking about our favorite thing we like to do on Monday nights?
Thank you. My sentiments exactly, because, bro, like, how is it that you all go and copy our exact name, but just drop an H and add an exclamation point? That is some bullshit.
Most definitely. So
yeah, that's how my Monday was started. So, how your Monday's going before we get the show going? I just had to put that
my
out.
Monday being Gucci, man. Caught up on my work. Great start to the week. Get to watch my nephew wrestle in Waco this Saturday. I'm gonna miss the shin gig, but I'm gonna be there in spirit. I'm gonna try to tune in remotely too.
Oh, okay, yes, we would definitely have a virtual contest, and some of the party will be streamed virtually. But child viewers, let us know. Definitely drop in our chat. What do y'all think? Was that some bullshit that another group went and copied our name? So it's called Sports Talk with, not W-I-T-H, but W-I-T Friends exclamation point. Let us know, do y'all think that's some bullshit or is that flat? We want to know. Chime in. So, hey, welcome back, guy.
What's going on, man? It's bull crap, man, all around. Bull crap. Yeah, They was looking for a letter to take off, man. That's how bad it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with that?
Right. Hey, shout out to Maurice. He said that's the Wish version of Sports Talk with Friends.
Yeah.
That version.
Well, man, y'all ready to start tonight, Bryce?
Hey.
Yeah.
It's, as long as two can stay on the camera, I mean, like,
yeah, I don't know, man. Once I try to make a boom, sometimes, man.
He used to be good after the first sound.
Nah, I'm telling you, man. If I use my computer for like hours out of the day, then it hits. Usually, that's what happens. At least like once every like 8 to 10 days, something dumb like that happens.
Wait, I definitely can relate. How do you go so long and not use your laptop?
No. I'm using my laptop. I use it, but there's certain times where I'm using it more than I am certain days. So
he just do his own thing.
Regardless of the situation, every 8 to 10 days, no matter what's happening, it happens. If you look through about every 8 to 10 days, every show that we've done, you'll see the pattern I'm talking about.
That's funny. But hey, shout out to Sis. Definitely. Yeah, that's messed up. Yeah, that's some straight bull sniggity. That part. But hey, don't trip. We in their inbox. We want our coins. Run us our coins.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
So, third topic for tonight, gentlemen. Sports input. So this one is a little bit different. We're gonna stay focused on the sport aspect as much as possible, but it does cross over into the social side of it. With that being said, Bubba Wallace, the NASCAR driver, some I remember him as a gentleman that had the noose that was in his garage. I guess it's about a year or two ago, maybe. No, it was last year, I believe. Had the noose in his garage. So he's come under fire lately. It's amazing how you can go from being the darling to the dog. So with that being said, he made some comments, and the comments were in regards to Mr. Kyle Rittenhouse. For those who's familiar with him, the young man that killed two people, wanted a third, up in Kenosha, and he got acquitted, I think a little bit over a week ago. So Mr. Bubba Wallace chimed in, let the boy be black, and it would have been life. Hell, he would have had his life taken before the bull sniggity trial. Wallace claimed without evidence, sad. So my question for you, gentlemen, before we get into some old comments from sports figures in regards to this situation, do you think that the sporting side should just stay sports, or should they have some input in what goes on over on the social side?
I'm gonna let you chime in first because see, Kaepernick has chimed in, so everyone knows how I feel about Kaepernick. So I'm gonna let my horses stay in the stable a little while longer before I let them roam. So I'll let you take this one first. What you think about this, too?
People are gonna have the freedom to say what they want to say, but at the end of the day, we all know overall sports demographic, the high demographic of it, they don't want to hear that. Real talk. We're gonna be real here. They don't want to hear that. They want to go out there, be professionals, and play the game that they play. So even if Bubba Wallace was rated years back for what he did, and then he makes a statement like this, at the end of the day, people are gonna crisscross. This world's a crisscross, and statistics, regardless. In regards to the situation that we know that's all been through the media, guys acquitted. It's a statistic. The next white guy won't be acquitted. The next black guy will be non-acquitted, and then the next black guy will be acquitted. It's all statistic in this world, man. And it's growing up in life, being the age that we are, we this stuff starts to stick. Though younger age, we might have known this already, but it's just existed in the world. So for the younger guys and the younger girls coming into this world, this is the type of world we live in. Regardless if you comment, don't like it, you don't want to comment, the way it is.
So I can let my horses out the stable now?
As long as number 5
They've
wins.
been bucking, man.
As long as number 5 wins, man.
Hey, because I'm one of those people too that just like, hey, you know what? Shut up and play sport. Do what you're known for. The fact that, and Bubba Wallace, what is he talking on? You know what I'm saying? Like, he shouldn't have said anything. Like, to me, at the end of the day, he knows he's in a touchy situation himself. So the fact that he even spoke on this, he wanted to make himself relevant. That's how I look at it. Because at the end of the day, you know what? He's a NASCAR driver. And everyone knows that NASCAR driving, all that is redneckville. That's white person sport. Just like, golf is a white person sport. You know what I'm saying? And that's some of the things that you expect is racism in those type of, industries. I mean, in those type of sports. Now, for as Bubba Wallace to say something talking about how, if he would have been black, how the hell he know that? You know what I'm saying? He's speaking on something that he doesn't even know about. So at the end of the day, he should shut up and drive. So that's part one.
Real talk, man.
That's a valid point here.
I'm not, I'm in Massachusetts, man. Got to open up my window real quick. Saying, see if that came through. Not, but real talk. That's what ultimately that's what the sport wants, man. In racing, you don't hear nothing in racing besides the date of the races the day before on SportsCenter and who wins. You don't hear any of that. So when Bubba Wallace decides that, he wants to put something on social media and he knows his following's gonna probably say something, you see the comments, you see the ridiculousness, but at the end of the day, I hope Bubba, is able to take that, because
he deserves this backlash. I mean, now at the end of the day, this is the land of the free, freedom of speech, Twitter, everyone can talk on Twitter but Donald Trump. We all understand that, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is like, what smite is he putting on himself? Like, like this guy represents everyone coming together. Because at the end of the day, Coach Lee, you brought up the news thing. I still remember the fact where the guy caught stop and everyone panned together and pulled him past, and picked him up and pulled him past the finish line. That's what I remember about Bubba Wallace. But now he's bringing up this whole negative connotation because he wants to push the needle. Damn, bro. And then after this, we just witnessed a system built on white supremacy, validating
your boy.
The terroristic acts of white supremacy. What in the hell? Colin Kaepernick. Then he said, this only further validates the need to abolish our current system. What current system? White supremacy cannot be reformed. What in the hell? That's part two. All of this is bullshit. So sorry, but what comment we have up here?
Marie Cruz says they better be mindful because it's cool to comment today. Then in a year from now, you'll get canceled by cancel culture. That is real. That's real. When you're a public figure and you live off of endorsements, you got to be mindful. Unless you own that outright. You like I say, freedom of speech should be for everybody, but with freedom of speech comes consequences. So you got to make sure you understand that aspect of it. And I can respect everybody having an opinion, but sometimes a wise person once told me, and I'm apologize ahead of time. Y'all know I don't cuss too much, but I got to get my point across.
This is Monday,
but
it's not Sunday, bro. Just let those swears out. The Cowboys
gotta take it like it is and just shut the fuck up on certain things. You should everything that come to mind shouldn't always.
My whole thing is like it's like the last person at the party. It's like we all know about the party going on Saturday night, and then there's gonna be one person that when the party's over, 1, 2 o'clock at night, probably watching it on Facebook as the rerun, and he thinks it's live, and he's just gonna be the last person at the party. The problem with Bubba Watson's comments was he was the last person to comment on it. I mean, you're the last person, and you're a racing guy. Like, that's two double BS.
he knew what he was doing. You know what I mean? He knew, like he had an idea of what he was doing. But, to me, this creates a bad precedent for younger kids, younger athletes, because at the end of the day, you're crossing lines that should not be crossed. You're challenging the judicial system. You don't want that smoke. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And period is like, that's two different things. Kyle Rittenhouse was charged with homicide, attempted homicide, and reckless endangerment after killing 2 men. That should not even been brought up. Like, because to me, at the end of the day, sports athletes, they're role models. That's what we grew up to believe in the 1980s, 90s. Nowadays, a lot of athletes and public figures, they don't want to be, they don't want to be stars. So to me, that's why they feel that they can get involved in these type of things. Because at the end of the day, if from a distance, two people arguing, they look like they argue. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Two people fussing at each other still look like they argue. You can't tell who's right or who's wrong. And, so it doesn't matter. And if you get involved in these social issues, you get distracted. Ask Colin Kaepernick.
The problem is the problem in a lot of society is that, people say that they're chiming back, they're giving back to the community and all this and that. And I mean, like I said, if you want to say something, go ahead. That's what it is. Hey, I'm not going to – if I comment on it, that's what it is. If I'm not interested, that's what it is. Wasn't really interested with him saying this because he's a racing guy and, I mean, he's the last of the party. But a lot of these athletes nowadays don't have that interaction. Like, a lot of them are coming from communities like ours, but a lot of them don't have that touch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like, we're all from the neighborhood. We all tap in. These guys are jumping in and out of tapping in. I don't know if you get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to do the best they could, but it's kind of like you said, you're an athlete. So, you do certain things. You know what I'm saying? But there's people that, are generous about what they do. You got Russell Westbrooks in the world and all that, to name a few, that tap in, that really tap in. Kyrie Irving that really tap in. You got some guys like LeBron that people say he's jumping in and out of situations. Saying AKA with the China thing and all that. Like, a lot of these athletes, are forced out of eternally tapping in or just don't want to be on the subject or just don't touch it.
But at the end of the day, they shouldn't touch it at all because you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You speaking what you just said. You speaking on the tail end of things. That's it. He doesn't know what, what I'm saying? Hey, he probably must know what acquitted means. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask this guy what the hell acquitted means. He probably must know what that means because he's not involved in the judicial system. So he should only speak on what he knows, and that's driving cars. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure this guy has experienced racism, like, at a different level from other athletes because he's in NASCAR. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you create a bad precedent. Let us praise you for what you've endured, not for the crap that you're saying out of your mouth. That's all. That's my statement.
All day. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? People, instead of writing 140 characters, need to go to neighborhoods and stuff like that and touch on it. Not bring this 140 characters with them, but let them know that, this stuff right here, because it's stuff like this, like this media hype, this media thing right here, have people think in different ways, you know what I'm saying? But it's the bigger guys in the media who we think are the guys of the supreme that should be on some, don't be doing the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Because the same thing's not going to end up your way. It's all a statistical world, you know what I'm saying? And they're missing it from tapping in that way. They just want to write 140 characters, and everybody doesn't. You're not really speaking to the people when you write 140 characters. In terms of us, like us, we're talking right now. We're speaking on how we feel. Period. This is what it is. If somebody was writing a comment on this would be 1,500 ways. So I hope when we speak,
it won't be misinterpreted.
Yeah, there's no misinterpretation. Like, his words are always going to be misinterpreted if he's writing on social media. He would have did the same thing. He would have brought that same 140 to anybody he was with. And overall, I just don't like the comments because you're last to the party, bro. Like, people are trying to get away from the situation. You bringing it back up and then being last to the party is kind of like, dude, why'd you even do it in the first place? It don't make no sense.
I'm gonna say this, I don't, we spending too much time on this because once again, I don't like, what Kaepernick is doing, to the black culture, any culture. He's capitalizing. He's pretty much doing what he's talking about. But at the end of the day, I really don't fault the media. The media brings you what's hot. I fault the leaders that perpetuate this whole system, because at the end of the day, like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. If you want to do something, do it. Don't sit on Twitter and just go bash something about that was done. Because at the end of the day, if you were so focused about this, if you was focused about this whole case, why you didn't put money into it? Why you didn't show up? You should have shared some media attention on this whole case while it was going on.
That's true. And around these here parts, what do we call it? That's
So
we're gonna
that's
take
the way they're doing right there, man.
we're gonna take our first break. We'll be back in about 15 to 20.
Be back.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Darwin Price, man, Ground Sound. I want to give a big shout out to STWF Media, the big brand. You know what I'm saying? Where you can talk sports with NFL players and all type of fans, man. Go follow them on Facebook community. A big brand, STF Media, man. Shout out to them. Thank you for the support. Go follow them, Facebook, everywhere.
Hey, we back aboard the O.T.S.B.S Show. We talk about the bull-sniggity in sports and social culture. But before we get on this segment too, definitely got to shout out to Darwin Price Jr., man. Peter Price. He's doing big things in Houston. He couldn't get it right, man. That's why I was laughing. But shout out to him for holding this down.
So we kind of touched on this on a previous one. So this kind of goes over in this narrative a little bit. This one's called Line in the Sand. We actually talked about this story probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago when it first came up, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. But the story that we're speaking about is the Winter Olympics is almost upon us. And it was announced today that President Joe Biden and his administration will not send any diplomatic representation to the Winter Games that are being held in Beijing. The players will still be able to go, the competitors and the athletes and whatnot, but there won't be any diplomats there for that. And the reason why this is kind of a big story, not just from that standpoint, but there was a report that China said if the U.S. pulled this stunt, that there would be ramifications for it. Do you think the sports really, this is another example of sports crossing over into the social side of it? Do you think the athletes will be able to enjoy themselves and compete, or you think it's going to be a stare down and they're going to get pulled at the last minute?
Let me jump on this one. So, yes. And this is one thing like that why I'm strongly against the United States getting in this social stuff, because in China, that's what they do. They're a communistic state. So everything they do is in the government's involved, the social states involved. So if we do this, we're playing right into what China does. We're playing into their chessboard. That's what they say. This is what they do. They send this Trojan horse. So I don't think, do I think this is a good move? Yes and no. I think it's a good move because, hey, it's on China. Let's throw a rock in there. Let's throw a rock at them. We don't want them to be the super PAC that they think they are. But this is why I don't think that this is a good idea. There won't be enough security, because if the diplomats aren't there, who's going to be? Who's going to have the security over there?
That part right there, the athletes
do not have enough security over there for our athletes' safety. That's why it's not a good idea. So they need to pull out, period. That part. So, and this is the same place, whereas, we're boycotting this whole thing because of, they have trafficking there. They have people, that's working, that's not, that's enslaved workers. So, I don't want to chance any of our U.S. athletes there. So I mean, if the diplomacy, we don't have a diplomacy, we don't have a diplomatic solution, we shouldn't be there.
That's the first thing that had came to mind for me was the security aspect of it, because when we talked about this story a few weeks back, we had mentioned that the only crowd that will be allowed to be there were the locals. So we on their turf, no diplomats over there. Probably with the regulation they put on, we probably got to use their security. How we know that their security gonna have our athletes' best interest in it?
Their security. Hey, I'm IT. I'm more concerned about having to use their internet. The internet can be capped off and shit. I ain't gonna be able to watch regular Netflix. Hell no. No security, no Netflixing. I ain't there. So
yeah, I forgot about that part of it. They gonna have the internet. We on their country again. So that mean our athletes gonna have to rely on that. So something's going down. How we gonna know?
That part. Yeah. That's why this is a horrible idea, but
it's filthy, man. This is filthy. It's finest. But
can I say one more thing? Wouldn't have this on Trump watch. God damn it. Oh, sorry. I was thinking that. Damn.
No. But you're right about that. You know why? You're right about that. You know why? Because though people have their opinions about Trump wasn't just about everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just about everything. Like, he's trying to get every little scrape of the pie. In this situation right here, the USA, like, I'm asking a few questions that we know. Just be circling around. Is LeBron James gonna be there in the Winter Games? Who else is gonna be in the Winter Games? Can you name anybody in the Winter Games?
The skaters.
Who?
The skaters.
Name 5 of them. Name one.
Wait,
I can't even name one.
No, I can name the scandal. Wait, the scandal from years ago. I remember that.
Oh yeah, we remember all that. You know why we remember all that? Because she was mixed. That's why. That's why. And no disrespect to Nancy Kerrigan, one of the best athletes I ever seen since I was born. But if they would have just threw this in. You know what I'm saying? But it was a media story. But what I'm saying in general is,
you sound like Bubba Wallace talking about.
No, I don't. No. I can see the USA doing this.
Gosh.
If LeBron James and all these guys were in the Olympics this winter, the USA wouldn't even talk about this. This wouldn't even be a conversation. Because those guys wouldn't let them. Exactly my point. Is that the Winter Olympics means nothing. We ain't gonna be tuning into it. So who really cares if there's a diplomat? Do we really care? Do we really care? We'll talk about it, but do we really care?
Got a point.
It's BS. It's BS because really, you're gonna pit the people that are going out there and risk like that. You're gonna show us that you really don't care about these athletes because they're skiers and bobsledders and it's bull crap, man. It's crazy. The skaters and the figure skiers and skiing people, and this is disrespectful to them, man. They go out in the cold to grind, and y'all gonna tell them this bull crap? Listen,
I mean, but you got to realize the Winter Olympics bring in a lot of money, and it deals with a lot of international relationships because, just like you stated, there's not many cold places down here, but there is in China, there is in Russia, there is in all these other places outside the United States. So
I'm talking about overall America. Americans don't care. The only thing they care about is if they win a gold medal at the Winter Games. That's all they care about. They don't care about playing it. They don't care about the Summer Games.
I'm gonna tag Casey in here who worries about he enters the strongman Olympics every year. And all he do every time throughout the season, throughout the year, he do little small events that help him go for the strongman event. So yeah, he might not worry about the Winter Olympics, but they're a part of the Olympics.
No, I'm not talking about the individual person. No, I salute everybody that participates in the Olympics. I'm talking about the people that are trying to not bring no security down there potentially for these athletes. I care about the athlete. I care. The fact that they don't care is bullcrap. What are you doing that for? If it was the Simone Biles and LeBron James and Michael Phelps, oh yeah, they being protected, baby. That's the cream of the money.
That's a valid point, man. Yeah, if this is a Summer Olympics, it'd be a completely different story, just to the economics of the athletes involved. And I think they're supposed to be February the 2nd, I think, is the start of the Winter Olympics. I'm going to be real curious if we actually go through with it. I'm sorry. Yeah, February the 4th through February the 20th.
Nah, somebody from China coming to America tomorrow. They flying into America tomorrow. Right to the White House tomorrow.
But once again, that's what I'm saying. Once again, this is the media being the media. The Olympics is going to happen. We were talking about it back then, and you know what? We're getting closer to it now. And we're still not talking about, the boycott, that the athletes. We're no longer talking about the athletes boycott, because that was the first concern, was about, the athletes, about, the trans, all these other, people not getting their rights. So now we're talking about a diplomatic issue. So, I mean, at the end of the day, China's going to have their Olympics. And like it was stated earlier, the reason why the United States not putting so much money in there, because this is not our thing. We don't get as many medals in the Winter Olympics because this is not our thing. But at the end of the day, we do have agreements in place internationally to be there. Just like we have, like in basketball, we had Ginobili, who was a French U.S., who had, that dealt with our relations, international foreign relations. So at the end of the day, I think the United States is going to be there. But this is some bullshit that Joe Biden is playing this type of games with the United States lives. That's where I think the bullcrap lies.
Well, but we all agree at the end of the day, there's some what?
I can't get myself back together after seeing that, man. Every time it cracks me up, man. Every time.
So we're going to take our last break for the night. We'll be back in about 15-20.
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who That Nation?
Salute to the Who That Nation. Yeah, appreciate that. Well, we back on this last stretch of the O.T.S.B.S Show, the show where we talk about the bullshniggity of sports and in social media.
Yes, sir. So this one, I'm pretty sure you fellas have seen this. When I saw it, it kind of pissed me off, but hey, we still gonna talk about it.
Man, you've been voting. You only apologize for the first. You excuse the first cuss word. Knock it up ever since.
It's the screws coming in.
So this one, we got to the video. This is from the game Pittsburgh played this weekend. And this guy here. So as you can see, he looks like he's about to go into the slide, so the quarterback is protected in the slide, but he faked it. Everybody let up, and he took it to the house for a 6-piece wing dinner.
Man.
So, I'm going to go right off the bat. I know we normally save it to the end, but you know what that is.
Run that clip, Bob.
Man, I was looking for a
Hey, you gotta rewind rewind that just because you screwed it up. One more time. Run that clip.
Man, this is that stuff. I'm finna get on my old man soapbox. I'm finna sound like a disgruntled grandfather that I am at times. That play like that, that's why they need to let these quarterbacks be fair game. I know they sell tickets. That's who the fans come to see. But man, come on, man. You gonna pull something like that? They need to update that rule today. That should be NFL. That should be college. All the way down to your neighborhood Pop Warner League, man. You can't be having that type of stuff. If they had a went in there and hit that dude, they'd have lost their mind. But he out there faking stuff, man. I'd have went here and just took the flag. I took the personal foul at the end. I'd tagged him in the end zone.
Man, you need a hug, man? You get a little aggressive over there over the guy taking the fake slide, man. Like, okay. Had this happened in your lifetime? Like, what's going on?
Oh, no. I played old school, man. Quarterback was fair game. You could pile drive me to the turf.
We can tell, man. We can tell.
Yo, listen. Dope. I like that. That's dope. Now the rule. Now you want to change the rule? Go ahead. But that guy's like, I'm in the championship game. I'm trying to be the conference champion. I got to play scooped up, and nobody's gonna do nothing about it when I do it that night. That is smooth. Talk about moving up the draft. He just moved up the draft.
Well, for real,
that's all they're gonna talk about.
Get this guy a number.
Real talk, man. Shout out to him.
Point.
Shout out to him, man. But they're gonna change that every way, Sap, man. It was in the loophole. These guys, this generation though, crazy about the generation, man. A lot of loopholes that people go through, man. You know what I'm saying?
They figure it out, man.
Yeah, like to do that, like you know how much how about somebody really hit you? Really?
But in addition to that, you can tell this guy worked on it. You know, can we run that video clip back?
Run that
he
back.
hit it like that. He went, and I mean, that was smooth right there. You know what I'm saying? There was no hiccup in this guy running.
Yeah, he's worked on that.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like that, like I seen a hezzy, but this dude hit the like, bro. You know what? Someone get this guy a cleat deal because what kind of shoes this dude was wearing to hit him with the side move like that, man?
No wonder he blow his knee out.
Oh nah, you know what's crazy, man? I hope the team, I hope whoever's playing him in the bowl game see him. Because I mean, to me, you know, football players be late. You know, NFL players sometimes be late. You know what I'm saying? Like besides the instance of Mac Jones this season when he stepped on the lineman, nobody did nothing to him. But most people, you know what I'm saying, look at that game and it was like, we're going to get him. You know what I'm saying? We some type of brotherhood. We're going to do that. So hopefully the team that they played in the bowl game sees that and hopefully not bad on him, but he going to pay for that. He going to pay for that. One of the players on the team that sees him years later in the XFL, NFL, CFL, wherever he ends up at. People going to remember that play.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, because he immortalized number 6.
Man. Yeah. Now, see, this is what the sports world should focus on, not the social shit. This. You know what I'm saying? This is what should
happen between the lines.
Like that right there. You know, that's funny. That's serving its purpose, taking us away from the social stuff. That is greatness.
And where I agree, and I agree with you on that because for me, at least you have a voice by any means. But it needs to be out of the context of your off time, or if you got nowadays everybody got podcasts, everybody got websites and whatnot. That's your point to be who you are. You and I can't go to our job and talking about, you know what? I don't F with Russia.
I can't even think about doing that, man. The thought getting me arrested, man. But yeah, I agree. You're absolutely right.
For some people, sports, that's their way to get away. They tune in because life can be sucky at home. Life can be terrible at work. But you know what? I'm going to tune in and watch my favorite athlete entertain me tonight. Try to get this dub for my squad that I cheer for. That's what it's supposed to be about.
Agreed. You know, and one thing about, I'm gonna say most men should be all men. We're competitors. We like to compete from the days of gladiators, and sports give us that opportunity to bark at the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you adding socialism and social issues into it, now it's like, oh my gosh, So that's the whole thing. Let sports be its catalyst to build relationships and not want to break them, because at the end of the day, that's what these foreign countries. That's what they do, because they're communistic societies. That's all it is, man. Let sports be sports, man.
Right. Sports is supposed to be the comfort zone. It's supposed to be our comfortability. It's supposed to be the nice pillow. You know what I'm saying? And it's gone away from that.
What sports you playing?
No. In terms of like this the whole, you walk in, you have a debate. You walking in. You're talking about a debate rather than the game yesterday and the game day before. Nowadays, you go into a barbershop. You talking about, oh man, should this guy not be in the league because he's not wearing the mask? Oh, you know what I'm saying? LeBron, like that stuff like that, like no.
Yep.
It's supposed to be a comfort zone. Like you talk about stuff and you have your debates and you laugh and you argue at times. And you keep the crazy words to a minimum, and you have respect for each other. This thing right here, some people, this kind of lacks groups. No bullcrap. Because then you have the people of the media that watch the media all the time want to jump in with their Bubba Wallace opinions, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And then that kind of overturns stuff to where people don't even want to comment on people's posts. You know what I'm saying? Because you kind of already made yourself who you are. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we try to be creative with our posts and messages and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to be one rounded, one person, like, oh yes, stand up for the dream and pasta. You know what I'm saying? We're living our lives. Live your goddamn lives. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what you're getting paid for. We even get paid for that shit. We get taxed for that shit. Living our lives. Man, listen, man, it's Monday. It's some bullshit that we doing this crap on a Monday.
You know what? It definitely is bullcrap Monday. We've already done it twice, but 3 times a mother.
Man up. Real talk.
What? Two said, watch out, I got this.
Hell, no bull crap, man. Like, I hate
so the takeaways is to live your goddamn life.
Your goddamn life, man. Your life. Yep. It's the only thing at the end of the day that you can depend on. You know what I'm saying? Like, your life. And everything in it.
Too many variables now, man. Way too many variables.
If we care so much about Martha and Minneapolis being acquitted of a murder, shit. Listen, and that's and I pray for everybody. And nobody should ever be in that situation. But at the same time, it's like it's not hot. It's not heartfelt to people because it's not home. It's not like there, like, you know what I'm saying, like in your state or anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because, and I'm not going to say anything else after this.
I'm a Katrina refugee, so I don't give a damn. I'm always speak my mind. Goddamn.
There's a young girl, 22 years old in the city of Lowell, Massachusetts. She was murdered last week. She was murdered last week by her baby's father. Murray, I'm not even going to tell y'all what happened during the show. It's just sad to say, man, but rest in peace and condolences to her family. And that report in the state of Massachusetts, in the region of New England, gets 2 minutes of love, but you're talking about somebody that got killed in Michigan in New England for 15 minutes. It's a goddamn disgrace. It's a goddamn disgrace.
Hey, I think I'm about to say, pick up your baby before you get us talked about by CPS for 2 seconds. Because you got that baby on camera screaming. Hey, mama.
She like to scream. She's chilling, man. She's enjoying it, man. But that's all I gotta say tonight.
Hey, that's a good point, man. That's a damn good point. Oh, man. Who got shout outs first tonight?
I'll shout you out, man. Shout out y'all too, man. Shout out everybody tuning in, man. From Marie to Facebook user. Only comments I see tonight, but hey, don't matter if it's one comment, 40 million comments. Appreciate you all coming through, supporting us and what we do. Love y'all.
That's no doubt.
It's hard to come behind that Russell Simmons type shout out, but hey, this is a couple days before the Ugly Sweater Christmas party. Y'all see me rocking the Smirnoff Ugly Sweater. So shout out to everyone that's going to be coming out to our party out here in Dallas, or you can join us virtually. As y'all can see, I'm going to have New Orleans legendary own DJ Money Fresh on the ones and twos. He's going to be virtually joining us. We're going to have a craps table with professional dealers and a blackjack table. So y'all come out, win some of this funny money, and you can trade it in for some prizes. We're going to have some cool prizes for the top 3 winners. So, man, we got a lot of good stuff going on. Shout out to everybody that's supporting the brand, part of the brand, part of the move. Thank y'all.
I'm coming with all 20s.
Hey,
what they hitting for?
Millions, baby.
Shout out to you, brothers, man. Shout out to the fam for tuning in tonight. Appreciate the unwavering support, man. Tonight was a little bit different.
Unwavering. Woo! I need to get my Bible out. This is
Tonight was a little bit different. We always have fun here. We talk about sport, but sometimes it does cross over to the personal threshold for us. We did that tonight to show our versatility as a crew. With that being said, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for the Sports Chatter Show. We got some fire topics for you.
Yes. Oh, preview.
Yeah, that's a winner right there.
Hey, this is one of the past winners. No cap. This is one of the past winners of our Ugly Sweater.
A lot going on, boy.
Hey, it was all custom made, man. Like the sweater from Walmart, I think, and everything else from everywhere else. I don't know. But look, watch this. It lights up. Winner, chicken dinner. So, hey, y'all definitely show y'all creativity for our Ugly Sweater Christmas party December 11th. Bam!
See y'all. Peace.
Take care.